Hello again, friends, and welcome to another fine edition of 151. My name is Adam. I'm wearing a 151 shirt that we'll get to here in a little bit, and I'm joined by a man who wasn't afraid to tell Darth Vader that his fly was open.
You cybernetic bastard, you're hanging out.
It's the Justin.
Hi, I'm wearing a 151 shirt as well.
We will
we'll get to.
Yeah, exactly. We will get to why we both have one awesome. I mean, look at these things.
That's 302.
302.
151 twice.
Oh, okay.
302.
Gotcha.
Jeez. Try and catch up here.
Yeah. I thought it'd be like 400 or something.
No. We're not that big.
Okay. Anyways, if you'd like to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, it's at 151 The Show. We're also on YouTube, where we hope you subscribe to our page, and Podbean, which goes to iTunes and stuff like that. So.
And Tumblr.
And Tumblr as well, which
Yeah, it's a barren wasteland to you, I understand.
I don't know why I don't get Tumblr. Like, I should know a lot about social media. You
should.
And Tumblr is one of those things that
Tumblr's weird.
I have no interest in it.
Tumblr is its own thing.
And I think we've done this same conversation to start out at least 3 shows.
I think so.
Where I talk about... Okay. Anyways, so we are back for another episode. And at the end of the last episode, we did a shameless plug for a show called Brockmire.
We did.
Which is on IFC. It's on Wednesdays. By the time this gets out, I don't know if it'll still be... in season, or if the season will be over, but...
Lucy, put the dinner in the oven, because this show is over.
It's so good. It's like when I take off the labels to my medicine bottles and play roulette.
Exactly.
It's so great. Anyways, it got us talking about what we were actually watching and or playing right now, because we always talk about stuff, that has come out already, or just topics in general, but we thought it might be fun to go down the road of, okay, this is what I'm enjoying right now, or this is something I'm watching right now, and this is what I think of it.
And it'll give you, everybody who watches this, a snapshot into what we're currently doing at the moment as it's being recorded, not necessarily when you're listening to it or when it's being aired.
So, just to kind of start out with, and we've talked about it a little bit in the past, and for whatever reason, I have shied away from the Netflix Marvel shows.
True.
I've tried to watch Daredevil a couple times. I've tried to go through them, and I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, I just it was one of those.
They were the end thing, and you hate the end thing.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just I can't get into it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why, but here over the last couple weeks or so, I actually sat down and I forced myself to watch Jessica Jones. And I cranked that out in about 4 days.
Yep.
I had a weekend.
Yep.
So I just sat and did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
had some time on your hands?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Wish it was Jessica Jones in my hands. But,
there you go. Kristen Ritter is pleasing.
But then I got into the world of Daredevil. And I know I'm kind of watching them out of order at this point.
Yeah.
But I
still haven't finished season 2 of Daredevil.
I'm really?
About 4 episodes in.
I don't mind it. After I sat myself down and actually was like,
I told you.
You know what? I'm going to watch this.
I told you.
Except I will say Jessica Jones, that's a long season.
It is.
That seems like that show would benefit from being about 2 episodes shorter.
I don't disagree. Maybe
because
even 3.
It was what's the dude's name? And I can't remember. I know it's David Tennant.
The Purple Man.
Purple Man, yeah. But what's his... Kilgrave.
That's subtle.
Here's my thing about these 2 shows, and we can talk about it a little bit if you want, but Jessica Jones is all about capture Kilgrave, Kilgrave escapes, capture Kilgrave, Kilgrave escapes, capture Kilgrave, Kilgrave escapes.
It suffers from Bond villain sickness. With just somebody not willing to say, hey, we need to resolve this, let's take care of it.
See, I didn't get so much Bond in that. I got more, if this was the world of an evil Doctor Who, this is what it would be like.
Yeah.
I more thought that David Tennant was playing that character, Kilgrave, as I felt like he was just doing an evil Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. Like this was some...
Which... And the thought just occurs to me just now, and forgive this if it's coming out half-formed. If Daredevil was a deaf guy instead of a blind guy, there would have been no issue whatsoever.
No.
Just take him in to take him out.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as I'm watching Daredevil, I really like Wilson Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I almost am rooting for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a really good job of casting it.
Vincent
I like
D'Onofrio is amazing in that as that character.
And I like how he is like he's subtle and almost feels like he's being pushed into this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I like his interactions with the girl Vanessa, I believe.
I think so.
I've watched all this so much, like condensed into a weekend where it all kinds of runs together.
Yep.
Because my wife, she asked me at one point, so what happened to her? I don't know. I can't remember.
That was 2 days ago. I've moved on.
Yeah,
get with the program.
But no, I really like Wilson Fisk. But for the most part, I never would have pictured Daredevil having that fighting style.
Right.
Of being,
hallway scene.
Yeah.
Hallway scene is probably the most amazing piece of cinematography.
That's really
that
good.
I've ever seen.
But then it's parkour this, parkour that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a flip until I kick you in the face.
Yeah. The man with no fear.
But I never pictured him as having, the backflip kick fighting style kind of guy.
Oh, see, I did. Because, originally the comic books, it was all circus performer this and all the rest of it. So.
And maybe, because I didn't read Daredevil a ton when I was a kid.
I did a little bit.
I didn't. I feel like he's more Spider-Man than... I pictured him as a brawler. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Parkour, fine, whatever. He looks like the guy that probably does CrossFit too. I don't know how he fits CrossFit into crime fighting and being a lawyer, but it just seems like the likely fit. But I don't hate it. I'll put it that way.
Good.
I don't hate it, and like I said, Wilson Fisk really good in that show.
What'd you think? Have you seen Luke Cage yet?
No, the only Luke Cage I have is from Jessica Jones.
Okay.
And him pounding her.
I probably enjoyed the first 8 or 9 episodes of Luke Cage more than I did anything else that in any of the Marvel stuff. It's phenomenal.
See, I got a while when I was watching Jessica Jones, I actually put up on our Twitter account a poll, and it was which of the Marvel series did you like best, and the answer was kind of surprising, and I'm trying to get to it, but the internet's slow.
Well, that's because we're in Studio West and we have satellite internet here.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
If the answer was Iron Fist, I'm done with Twitter.
Well, did we talk about... Have we done a show since they talked about... or the article came out from the guy that was Iron Fist, why he said that the show failed?
No, we haven't.
Because of Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're referring to, but no, we haven't done a show.
Yeah, that once you say that, it's like, okay, man.
You are grasping for straws. The reason your show sucked, and this is coming from a guy who's liked everything else, is because of shitty writing, unbelievable character responses, and the fact that you're putting a origin show into something that you could have done in 1 episode of The Defenders. You cannot make an epic, compelling story about a rich kid who gets trained up as a quasi Batman and gets turned loose. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Batman, right? I mean, that's all that show really is.
It's a combination of Batman, Green Arrow, with a little bit of
Aquaman.
Huh?
Aquaman.
No, with a little bit of mystical Chinese magic thrown in.
Okay, so I just found this, and it was overwhelmingly the show that people liked the most was Daredevil. Okay,
and I think that's, it's hard to imitate the original. That was the big one.
Jessica Jones was second on this list. Iron Fist was third.
Oh my God.
And then Luke Cage was fourth.
People go
with only 6% of the vote.
People go watch Luke Cage again.
So those are kind of the two, that and Brockmire. Those are the 3 shows that I'm watching right now.
Okay.
That I'm really enjoying.
Okay.
And so Luke Cage next? Should I do Luke Cage or season 2 of Daredevil? Or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I watched Luke Cage without seeing season 2 of Daredevil, and it didn't hurt me any.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the recommended view is, probably by release date, and I'm not sure what that was, but
No, I just, man, the Jessica Jones stuff, really good, but I think that was my thing. It was a little long.
mm-hmm.
I did like David Tennant in it, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good lines.
He did. That's what's on your plate right now for watching.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm gonna stay for a little bit. Plus, we've been kind of trying to get more into doing Netflix and PlayStation View and all that.
Yeah,
so
cutting the cord a little bit.
yeah, we're trying to get away from that little DirecTV.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if someone could ever answer this question for me, I would be thankful. Why is it the cable companies cater more to new subscribers than they do the people that they have right now?
Everybody does.
I know, but isn't that kind of a backwards way of thinking about it? If you have somebody that's a customer of yours for years, you think that you would make it easier for them to stay with you.
Well, and here's the thing, I guess, from my perspective is...
And this is completely off the topic of what we...
If you have a new subscriber in any sort of internet, cable, television circumstance is going to need hardware, you're going to have to subsidize that hardware. There's going to be a cost to the company.
Yeah.
If you can keep that customer that already has hardware and all they do is keep sending in checks every month with no maintenance, that would be the customer that I would want to keep. Personally.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I've never gotten that of why let's give the new subscriber a great deal for 2 years and then they'll be gone. And then I go over to MediaCom or I go over to Dish or whatever.
Dish Network has been in so many disputes with so many local channels here that
in Iowa we are.
Yes,
so.
in Iowa. It's not even funny. They've been their solution is they have a USB tuner that only they produce that'll work with their hardware, and they've been on back order for over a year as a remedy to the problem, because then people might drop their local channel package. So there's no customer service left.
We live in that world where it sucks.
Yes.
Everything is just bad.
Yep.
It's brutal. All right, so that kind of takes care of a little bit of me, what I'm watching right now.
What you've been watching.
The only thing I've been playing is Warcraft.
What I have been watching lately, Brockmire, of course, as we've covered. I've been doing some rewatches lately, some stuff.
See, I wasn't going to count that.
Yeah, well, because of the circumstance. I've got a 8-week-old now. So I'm up. The wife and I are up all hours of the night, and the DVR is mostly crammed with kids shows for Savannah, our 4-year-old. So there's
which
limited.
By the way, you had a new kid.
Yes.
Your wife had another kid.
I just said that. Yeah, 8 weeks ago. Yeah, so we're up at all hours of the night.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Well, I guess I didn't brain works.
Yes. So
sometimes.
thank you.
Congratulations is what we're trying to get to.
Thank you. We had Savannah Jane. Now we've got Kaylee Joe. So
which is awesome that it's.
Yes. Both of my children are Firefly references.
I was gonna say, do people know that? Like, is that public information or?
I don't know. I guess I don't really know. Savannah Jane was going to be named Savannah Jane anyway. The only way that I made a reference is by sticking a Y in there.
Yeah.
And spelling it the same way, Jane. And then Kaylee, we just like the name anyway. And I had just actually gotten my second, I think, Firefly crate with the Kaylee bear in there.
Yeah.
Little stuffed, and it's up in her room. It used to be down here on that shelf. And as we were going through names, I was looking at that one day. I'm like, hey, what do you think about Kaylee? And it stuck. So
nice.
They're both kind of unintentional references, but it's worked out that way. So.
And then my kid's named after Duck Dynasty.
Well, might be able to get there soon. I haven't shaved since she was born. So
when we had Jace, or beforehand, we had the girl name picked out was, we had it. It was easy, and what do we do if we have a boy? And we were watching Duck Dynasty, and I like Jace on that show because I like his voice and how he talks and the way he sounds. And I go, how about Jace? Okay. And
Easy peasy.
yeah, and then we had a backup name, which I didn't know it was a backup name until the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know it was there was another name we liked, but then she goes, yeah, that was our backup name. Wait, what?
Well, we've just proved that you pay attention really well, so...
So 152 is... but yeah, then what makes ours even worse, and this, I feel bad about it a little bit. We named... Jace's middle name is Robert.
Okay.
After my grandfather.
Okay.
What's the Duck Dynasty people, what's their last names?
Roberts.
Robertson.
That's funny. That's funny.
Like, people are gonna think we're like diehard Duck Dynasty fans, and it really was. We gave him the name Robert, and then it kind of hit as, son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, that'll happen to you.
And he won't be able to grow a beard to save his life. Is going to be the worst part.
Oh, probably not.
So,
well, join the club.
Anyway, so yeah, kids, we got sidetracked.
So what I'm currently watching, obviously Brockmire, some rewatches. Right now, actually, it's probably because I can pick it up and put it down and not get started. Is I've been playing stuff again as we've had.
Because you played a lot when Savannah was born.
Yes.
Because you could hold her in the controller, and she apparently liked. What was the one game?
I was playing Borderlands then. So
yeah, that's what it was.
Super ultra violence, but that was mostly in her first month. Both of them have been a month premature, so the first month all either one of them did was eat and sleep and poop. So it was easy to sneak that in. Kaylee a little less so, because it's hard for me to play the ultraviolet games now with Savannah being 4.5.
And she comes out into the room.
Than it was. But that has actually inspired me to do something that I haven't done in a long, long time. We went and got a Nintendo gaming system.
Wow.
We picked up the Switch. Because she's 4.5 now. She's starting to want to play video games. She's starting to want to play some of them that I have for, PlayStation. A DualShock controller is a little big and a little complex for a 4.5-year-old, but those little Switch controllers are about perfect. So we started out doing stuff on the Wii, and she kind of liked that. But she really likes 1-2 Switch. So we've been playing a lot of that, and that's sort of a similar to some of the stuff that you could do on the Wii with the bowling and that stuff. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild, the new Legend of Zelda
Breath
game.
of the Wind?
Wild, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I can actually check now that I have internet.
There you go. I've been playing a lot of that. I haven't made very much progress in the game.
Oh, it is Breath of the Wild.
Because
I thought it was Breath of the Wind.
I keep dicking around instead of actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Is the Blood Moon that bad in that game?
I'm usually in a village or something during the Blood Moon. I haven't really been out under the stars when the Blood Moon comes out.
Have you seen the guy that he gets to the very end of the game, and he's in the final battle, and the Blood Moon hits? Mm-mm. And it just so screws him.
Oh, I haven't. Well, and the funny thing about that game is, from my understanding on the end of it, is so if you go do what you're supposed to do and level up and go and go attack the 4 divine beasts and get them to your side, then the end of the game is basically a walkthrough, because you've already taken them and gotten them on your side. And by doing so, you've removed half of Ganon's hearts to start with, because he doesn't have those beasts to draw on for energy. So you're actually, if you like boss fights, you're punished by playing the game correctly instead of just skipping to the end. You have a harder fight if you skip straight to the end than if you go be thorough about the game.
So is it is it a harder ending than Majora's Mask?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there
Okay.
yet. I've got like 20 hours into it, and I'm just dicking around, basically. I haven't gotten very far.
I remember playing Majora's Mask, and we got the Fierce Deity Mask, I believe it was. And a buddy of mine was sitting there. He was my navigator because we had to print off stuff to
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
especially Majora's Mask because there's no way.
Yeah.
Anyways, and we beat the game, and we just sat there and looked at each other. Is that it? Is that really the whole thing?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It looks good. I don't have the money to buy a Switch right now.
And yeah, I had a bunch of Christmas money sitting around. I had a couple of gift cards that were, like the prepaid visas with nothing. I should have gone probably and done other stuff with them, but
No, you deserve this. You did everything you could possibly do.
okay, so ironically enough, I didn't buy this for me. And most people don't believe me when I say that, but I really didn't. What I bought this for was Savannah and I had been playing Mario Kart on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And she did really, really well as long as I gave her a certain amount of assistance. So when I read about Mario Kart 8 coming out, one of the things that they have is they have an auto steer and an auto accelerate function.
Yeah.
So basically for your younger players, it's making sure that they're keeping up without having to push the button and, kind of keeping them on the track, helping. There's some helpers. So she's getting really enjoying, racing, but getting really frustrated on the Wii. And that's actually, even though it didn't come out it just came out, as a matter of fact. That's why I got the Switch.
Okay.
Was to race with Savannah.
See, I don't even have a PS4 yet, which I want to get because I think it would work better for PlayStation View.
Yeah, get the Pro.
Or we're a ways away from that.
Well, but
money.
Well, I got a new kid. I got crushing medical debt. Believe me.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things that I had debated was with that money. I'm like, huh?
Debated.
Yeah. Well, I did because it's like, do I upgrade my PlayStation and go to the Pro and some of that stuff, or do I buy something entertaining for the kid? Now, the Switch console is very attractive in the fact that you can take it out of the dock. Yeah. I have yet to do so.
Really?
It hasn't come out once, because the only way that I can really see that being handy under my life, because I'm a grown man, I have a job,
Toilet.
Is going to the toilet. And I can tell you that my wife and my daughter both, if they see me grab that thing and go to the toilet with it, are going to bust me on it and tell me that's disgusting.
You need a weekend where they're away and you can take it in on the toilet.
Well, at that point, I'm just playing anyway. What's the point? But yes, that's the one advantage. If you were a student, if you were something, killing time between classes and whatnot, I think it's great.
Okay.
Other than that,
so is Breath of the Wild fun? Or
it's
Breath
good.
of the Wild, excuse me.
It's really fun. It's really fun.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's good.
See, I almost bought. Actually, you know what? I actually did buy the Wii just so I could play Twilight Princess.
So did I. That was one of the big motivating factors. Now, you can pick up a Wii U. It's on Wii U.
Yeah.
It's basically the same game. There isn't really, besides a little resolution, a hell of a lot of difference between the Wii U and the Switch version.
I really need to just break out the old 64
There
and
you go.
start up Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask again.
There you go.
I gotta try the. I watched some cheat on how to get the Fierce Deity Mask all the time on Majora's Mask,
Interesting.
and that would make life so much easier in that game.
Well, yeah, when you cheat, it kind of does.
Yeah. Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Now I have, when not playing with Savannah, I have been putting a little PS4 time in lately, and by this, I have maybe 5 hours of racing and maybe 12 hours of time in over a period of 8 weeks. This is not. It's not like since she's been born I've been hitting the game console very hard. It's just when you're trying to get her to sleep at 3:00 in the morning or whatever, and you have time, you're trying to do something interactive so you don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
You look for something to do. I have been playing a little bit of PS4. The new Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series that came out. I just finished up chapter 1 of that, or episode 1, which I thought was a lot shorter than what I remember the Tales of the Borderlands episodes being.
Okay.
That was fun. If you don't know what those are, they're kind of like an interactive choose your own adventure. The dialogue options put you on a path game rather than an action game. King's Quest, the new King's Quest game, which is basically the same thing. Hell, the new Batman game from Telltale I've been playing again a little bit.
Huh.
Because again, I've got to watch those violent games.
Yeah.
Kids
are stupid.
Well,
they ruin everything.
It's certainly, right now, I guess I'm making sure that I monitor my content to make sure that, they're not exposed to stuff that I don't want them exposed to. So,
we're right on the edge of that with Jace, I believe.
Yeah.
Where I can get away with watching
Yep.
Brock Meyer or
Yep.
watching, if he's playing with something, I can, throw on Daredevil or something.
Very quickly, that's going to turn on you. Trust me. I would say Savannah started asking questions about what she was seeing on the screen at about 2.5, 3, really.
You know what, though? If Jace dropped an F-bomb or something right now, I'd be happy because then I at least know he could talk.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Because we're still in the world of...
Yeah.
He's got all the physical stuff down. He just doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. Well, maybe can't get a word in edgewise.
That hit me right in the soul. You
Although,
dick.
I would love for Jace to just go on a complete and absolute Brockmire rant.
I'd love it.
That would just be great.
It's either that or if he does a backflip, he buys himself another couple months, and
There
I
you
don't
go.
worry about him very much.
There you go.
So, no, it sounds like you're pretty well-rounded in what you're doing. I'm just World of Warcraft.
I'm dabbling in a lot of different places. I'm not really rocking one thing very, very solid. But it's kind of sad because even I got really excited because Full Throttle, they remastered Full Throttle, and that came out for the PS4. And the Disney Afternoon Pack came out, which is...
What is the Disney Afternoon Pack?
Okay, so, they remastered DuckTales a couple years ago for PlayStation.
Which we talked about DuckTales a while ago, I believe.
Yep, one of the shows when Brittany could make it. So they have remade it so you can replay the original DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Tailspin, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, all of those cartoon shows that they made NES games for, they have tuned up, bundled into a package, shrunk the screen down so it's the original screen, and translated all the controls. So you're back to the original 8-bit NES games.
If I recall right, DuckTales was hard, wasn't it?
DuckTales was hard. Chippendale Rescue Rangers was really hard, as I recall. I haven't been through all these yet. I don't think I ever had Tailspin the game, so I'm kind of excited about that, as sad as that is. So
I don't remember Tailspin.
But
I remember the cartoon, but I don't remember the game.
But that's that, and my point on that was it's really sad because the stuff that I'm currently doing right now is a retread of old stuff. Whether it be what I'm watching or, for the most part, what I'm playing.
Yeah.
So.
Huh. Cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just looking at where we are on time.
Yeah. How are we?
We should probably start wrapping it up here. So,
Okay.
I'm doing the Netflix stuff. You're doing a little bit of everything. It sounds like you're the shotgun.
I'm trying to keep it all entertained.
So, cool. All right, so that's a little look into what we're doing at home with what we're watching, and hopefully by the next time we sit down, we'll be able to say, hey, finished all of the Netflix Marvel stuff, and Iron Fist is dumb.
Hopefully so, because it's dumb. I've seen it. It's dumb.
When does Defenders come out?
August.
Is it August?
Yep.
Okay. I wonder if I'll have to watch Iron Fist to do Defenders.
I think I can sum up. I can give you a Cliff Notes version probably in about 2 minutes.
Of Iron Fist?
Yes.
It's just Bruce Wayne with he can punch through a wall.
No,
Okay.
because Bruce Wayne
Is cool.
wasn't the characterization of Danny Rand. They have turned it into a whiny little bitch.
All right.
that makes stupid decisions. And
Okay, so it's
doesn't
whiny
understand-
bitch Batman.
Yes.
So I just did it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, a whiny bitch Batman. Yep. With
Sweet.
magic powers.
Sweet, I can handle that. All right, that's it. Going to do it for this edition of 151. Please follow us on Twitter at 151 The Show or Facebook, which is the same. We're on Podbean and iTunes. All the information will be at the bottom of the page, and we hope that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We can't go without a shameless plug.
Cue the music!
This week's shameless plug is actually about T-shirts. Both Justin and I are wearing very, very nice, well-made 151 shirts. And they were actually given to us by a man named Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Todd listened to the radio show, and he took the design and he threw it on T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
And a couple
Sorry,
and a couple of koozies as well.
Yeah, koozies, all of that. If you want, the name of the business that he runs is Business 5 Apparel, and I want to say it's based out of Pleasantville, Iowa, but he does orders and all that kind of stuff. Todd's a very cool guy. If you want to find his any information about it on Twitter, it's at Todd Shirts, TODDSHIRTS, and he does all kinds of shirts, man. He really does. So,
And some excellent 151s.
yes, which I told him, I'm like, how much would it be to get T-shirts made? And he gave me these quotes and stuff, and I was like, wow, that might be a good idea, but I wasn't sure if anybody would actually buy shirts. But seeing them, it's actually a really good looking shirt.
It's a great looking shirt.
And he did some hot pink versions.
Which really popped.
Yeah,
I'd wear a pink one.
I actually would too, and I told him I almost like that better than the blue, but he did a really good job. So, Business 5 Apparel is our shameless plug for this week. I hope that you take the time to go check it out. And if you need shirts, podcasting wise, or whatever your event is, Todd can probably help you out.
Yes.
So I'll put his information at the bottom of the page. Business 5 Apparel at Todd's T-shirts, on Facebook.
And I'll bet...
Or on Twitter, my bad.
If somebody really wanted another 151 shirt, I'll bet he'd whip you one up.
I bet he would too. He is on Facebook, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it is in Pleasantville, Iowa, so yeah.
Todd, thanks for the shirts, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And we love you.
Very much.
Hard.
Real hard.
So, on Facebook, it is facebook.com/business5apparel.
There you go.
So, all right, friends, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time.